Hi, and welcome to another video on the pivot table section. So in earlier video, we created one pivot table from scratch. In this video, we'll see what are the recommended pivot tables. So let's get started. So this is the data set, the sales data set which we have. So if you go on the click on the insert menu, you see we have two choices. So one is a pivot table and one is the recommended pivot tables. So the pivot table which we used earlier to create from the scratch, and this is the recommended pivot table, is uh, Excel is recommending some pivot table based on its internal metrics. If you click on this one, you notice we have like a couple of options. So here it says, okay, wow, it's giving uh, s- the status by is giving the sales price each by the status, whether the status is cancelled, disputed, in process, and hold. And the next one is this one. This is quite good to have. For example, let's click OK. So once I click OK, so it's give me the product pivot product line by the sales. So I can say OK, and you see it's automatically created this pivot table and have this data and this pivot selection criteria as well. So I say OK, so I can save this one as the product by sales. So in this one, you notice rather than we were looking by the customers, they are looking more on the product. So it's like a different dimensions. So in this one, this is quite a start of it. If we want, we can also add like a year how our product behave per uh, how our product behave by year. So you notice when I put the year, drag the year to the row columns, so I can actually do on the column, so you can see the similar approach. But instead of I'll see the product, the customers, I see the product in the product rather than the customer. So that's a quite a good. Let's see how what other approaches we have. So it's not limited to one. So if you like more, you can have the pivot table. Let's say go on the pivot table again, and just like what I did it, select what it's recommended and then just minor do the changes based on the criteria. So there are quite a different option which is suggested by the recommended pivot option. So what is this one? So this is, once you click it, it shows the option here. So here is more like a classic cars, and it goes how the prices change. Okay, I don't care about this. So this is more like a, if I drag this one, make it a little bigger, it shows a little more. It says it doesn't looks nice to me. So here I have the quarter and the customer by how the quarter and year doesn't make any sense, monthly. Okay, so we have couple of options here, so you can play with it. So this looks quite good as well. So here you notice we have the row of the products, and then what's the quantity order, what's the order in line, and by each the quarter. So right now it's doing the sum of the in the quarter. So it's assumed that is the quantity, but actually is the month. So we can always get rid of this or put in. So let's take this one as well. So this is more for the, do you think I should take this? Yeah, so it's take more on the quantity order and what are our order in line, right, which is already ordered. So it's give it to me my the total order. So if I click OK, so this is more like uh, product in line, right, or order in line. So if I don't want like in the quarterly, I can just remove the what the right now is in the quarter. So I can just remove the quarter. I can say okay, how much I already received the quantity ordered and what's in the order in line, right? So what's the order in line? So that's the for the recommended option. So we can, you see we how recommended option can help us to create multiple pivot tables. So let me move the source data, and then these are the pivot options. Okay, so see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.